Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. With school out, summer is the perfect time to teach our kids real-world money skills they'll use forever. Greenlight is a debit card and the #1 family finance and safety app used by millions of families, helping kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. Parents can send their kids money and track their spending and saving, while kids build money confidence and skills in fun ways. Start your risk-free Greenlight trial today at greenlight.com/Spotify. That's greenlight.com/Spotify.
Listen, all you New Yorkers.
Taxi!
Okay, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
The mental institutions. These things are so needed in this country right now. Sure, we have our run-of-the-mill criminals, your people that just want to steal, do harm to people. They're not technically mental, but they're violent, and you want to avoid them at all costs. And that's who the police. That's what the police are for. That's who they arrest and hopefully put in jail to keep them away from the civil society that we profess to live in. But then there's the mental patients. And like I was saying, I'm not a hard guy. I'm not a mean, uncaring person. I understand mental illness is an illness. In many cases, the person can't help themselves. They have some kind of a mental thing. And drug abuse goes hand in hand with that. A lot of people have mental illness because of so much drug abuse over the course of the years. And it's all fine and well to want to help. I want to help these people. We can't just lock them away. Well, yeah, I think we can. I think we can, and I think Trump has made a step toward that with his executive order from this past Thursday to start involuntarily committing people to mental hospitals. I know there's a lot of controversy here, which I really don't see how controversial it is to want to keep dangerous people away from society and perhaps put them somewhere where they're not a harm to other people and themselves. And you got doctors that can treat them. And look, I can guarantee it's not like going to camp. I don't think any of these mental institutions are like going to camp where it's all fun and games. Go watch One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Right until they lobotomize Jack Nicholson, it looks like a pisser. Just looks like a lot of fun. You're mental. You get to wear your pajamas all day and your slippers and you shuffle around. You got a kind of a bitchy nurse telling you what to do. But, Nicholson takes you out fishing. You can watch the ball game or not, depending on what the mean old Nurse Ratched has in store for you. But a lot of movies about mental institutions, unless they're documentaries, I don't know. It's like George Costanza said in one of the Seinfeld episodes where his girlfriend was committed or signed into a mental institution. He's like, yeah, I envy them. Because, they get pity. Pity's good. You get to wear your pajamas. So George Costanza understood the upside of a mental institution. But look, I understand the difference between TV shows and reality. I don't think these places are what they call a hoot. Geraldo Rivera, many, many years ago, when he was making his bones in this business. He went and exposed Willowbrook Psychiatric Hospital. And, oh, boy, did that just blow the lid off of what was going on in a lot of these mental institutions, at least in the New York tri-state area. It was abominable. Oh, my God. Just the abuse. People sitting in their own fecal matter, and half of them didn't have clothes on. They're performing all types of activities and actions that you probably shouldn't do in public. And it blew the lid off it. It was a huge news story, and people demanded reform in mental institutions, which I guess they should have. It's not like a thing where you just go, oh, well, that's what's happening. Cool. A lot of people said something has to be done. We can't just warehouse these people in these big buildings. Well, I think the solution was, well, if we can't fix it and we can't get money to fix it, or we don't have the capability, we don't even know how to help these people. It was the 70s, for God's sake. They didn't even have as many of the psycho drugs and everything back then. They just decided, well, we'll let them go. We'll free them, like born free. Just open the doors and let them go. So they closed down a lot of these places. And between even the 60s, even before the great Geraldo had that expose, they were already starting to shut down a lot of these institutions because people kind of got wind of what was going on in there and said, yeah, we can't be treating people like this. So they let them out. They actually put them in places that were more local. Like you wouldn't just ship your mental patients from, talking about Long Island, let's say. You wouldn't just ship them from Suffolk County up to a mental hospital anymore, miles away. You'd keep them close. So they'd open up these little inpatient, outpatient mental facilities in neighborhoods. Sometimes they were a house in a neighborhood. And it was called deinstitutionalization. It's a mouthful. Deinstitutionalization. And this was to help. Well, it probably sounded like a good idea at the time. Most things do. Most things presented to the American people are presented in a way that's going to be awesome. They don't normally just come up and go, hey, people, boy, strap in. This is going to suck. It's always like, we got something we're working on. It's going to be great. The mental patients, we're letting them out. How is that great? Well, we're going to put them in your neighborhood in these little like halfway houses and facilities where we call it mainstreaming them. And that way they get to go to the corner store or talk to people on the street or cave their head in with a cinder block. We don't know actually what they'll do. And maybe initially there was a lot more effort being made to help these people. And it wasn't as much keep them away from society because they're a danger. It was, hey, we got to help these people out, and just shoving them in a giant Gothic-looking building with gargoyles on the side and barred windows hasn't been doing it. So that's what it's been for many, many, many years now. Well, of late, it seems to have turned to the point where there are very violent mental patients running around the streets. And they are doing unbelievable harm and damage to society and to people. You want to go to work. You have to, especially in these big cities, you have to take public transportation. You have to walk around on the streets at all times of day and night. And what we've seen are that these mental patients do some harm. You let them all out. The care went downhill over the course of the years, and no one seems to want to address the problem. So Trump recently, Thursday, I know he's been talking about it a while, but Thursday signed that EO to start committing these people. The police could walk up and if they're committing a crime, arrest them. They're not going to be in the precinct for 20 minutes, never mind actually being taken to a facility like the Tombs in New York or Rikers Island or something. They are going to be let back out